Let's get into it. All right, team. So today's training is creating a life that you love. So we're talking about how to design the life you love with goals, systems, and power. So, like, why are people stuck? They're relying on motivation instead of systems, setting goals without shifting identity, letting environments shape them, and staying stuck in the same stories and the same cycles. So, what does it mean to be the MVP of your own life? It's the most valuable player, or it could be like the head actress, whatever analogy that you want, you can use. Um, Another one's like an artist of your own life. Uh, and it's your life. You can either play to win or sit on the bench. And I know which one I picked it, which one I pick. It's to play. Now, every transformation follows a pattern. So this is called the hero's journey. I know a few of the ladies would have heard me talk about this before, but hearing this concept really changed my life. Because I could spot exactly what's going on within my life. So, this was created by a man called Joseph Campbell. So Joseph Campbell studied like the tribes all around the world, indigenous people, and finding
Yeah.
that like within their stories there was a pattern. And in that pattern, second, so yeah, 1 second, team. Cool. So yeah, in the hero's journey that he realized that there was a pattern going on. So there's a call to adventure. So you feel a powerful pull or desire for more of change, and you could have felt that before the program. Then there's like the refusal of the call, and this actually happens 3 times where self-doubt creeps in. And like, who am I to do this? And then you could have felt that with double-digit coaching, you could have felt it with your current job. And it's normal to feel like that and reject the call. Then you meet a mentor, so you find a guide, so it could be a coach, a program, a new perspective. Could be like, growing up, it could be a teacher. And we have different um we go through different hero's journeys within our life, and we have different types of mentor. And like with the two types of hero's journey, there's a hero's journey of power, and then there's a hero's journey of love. Okay, those are the two things that we're after, like it or not, pretty much. So um it could be in different types of love and or different types of power, like regaining your power back could be one of them, or it could be um a partner that would be love, um or a different type of love could be like, your best friend, your parents, um your child, whatever it may be. Okay. So you meet the mentor and then you cross the threshold. Okay. You fully commit, no turning back. You burn the boats, you step into it. Then there's a test of allies and enemies. Okay. And knowing who has your back and who doesn't. Now, with me personally, when I was in high school, I gathered, especially when I went to my second high school, I gathered a large group of friends. Okay. Large group of friends. And out of that group of friends, that only 3 out of like, all the people in my year, only of them stuck around and really had my back. And I found out that the rest were, talking shit or whatever it may be. But only 3 really stood by me and really had my back. And I'm still friends with them today. But you're gonna see like when you change, everything changes. Okay. And old old stuff just goes and new stuff happens. Um, you know, we talked about this, Tiafina, we talked about this today, that people in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime, okay? And that's just how it is. And then we have the ordeal, the breaking point, the test like never before. You want to give up, but you don't. You keep on pushing forward. And there's a big hero's journeys and there's small hero's journeys. So there's hero's journeys inside the hero's journey, okay? So and a few of us are going through the ordeal. A few of us are going through that right now, okay? But you have to push through because in that then there's the reward, okay? The evolve, the stronger, the wiser, okay? More aligned to who you're becoming, okay? And then you have the road back and you return to your life or things and you are different, okay? But then there's the resurrection, the final test to see if you're through or not, okay? This is slaying the dragon. The dragon comes back. You have to overcome it again. Maybe some of you are here, the last big test. And then you return with the elixir. You bring back wisdom, healing, and a new way of being, ready to inspire others. Okay? So, very cool, right? I love the hero's journey, as you can tell. So, this is called the change cycle. So, this is how transformation happens, okay? Environment, change your surroundings, okay? Change it. Change. If the environment is not good, it's going to be really hard to make it right, okay? So change if you can even change your environment, easiest place. Easiest place to change it all. Your language, shift how you speak about yourself and your goals, okay? All right. Yeah, the way to talk to the way that people talk around you, upgrade it. Upgrade your identity, how you see yourself. How do you really see yourself? Okay. How do you see yourself? And it's really important to change that, okay? And really tap into that. Like how do you want to be? Like with me, like, I identify myself. Like when I think about myself, it's just like I heal myself so I can heal others. And like and that's my identity. And that's what I truly believe. Stories, rewrite your internal narratives holding you back. Okay. So what's holding you back? Okay. And then like what stories are you telling yourself that isn't serving you anymore, that you need to level up? And replace limiting beliefs with empowering truths. They anyone in the school, you can do anything that you want to do. Right? If you have so much evidence that you've overcome so many challenges, everyone on this call, everyone watching this replay, everyone in my community, okay? Replace the limiting beliefs. Action. Take bold action. Consistently step up with that new identity. Okay. Like when I was in the shit, like in the like I can't like last year, there's a point where I was in so much hot water, I couldn't believe it. But what I had to do was I had to be grateful. Okay. I had to be grateful. I had to um then I had to make a plan, take action, and then once I achieved it, I had to give back. Okay. And the most important thing was my environment. I had two friends, right? My best coach and like that we came up and in fitness together. Shout out my mate Zane. Um, we came up and yeah, from from nothing to having an awesome career. And he does like he does what I do, but with males. Um, and I was about to give up everything. And he talked me back into it. And that's like the importance of environments. That someone that when you're down, they've got your back. And then the second person was my best friend that I've known for half my life. He was there just to talk to and give perspective and just to hang out with me when I was down. Okay. So environment is really important in surrounding yourself with good people and letting good people come in, being open enough to accept that and really think like who's one or two people that really do have your back. Okay. Um, so like goals that so like so systems are really important. Systems are the engine. Okay. So like the goals like lose 10 kilos, daily meal prep and food tracking, feeling confident, daily self-talk practice. That's the system. Build a business, 2 hours of deep work to move the needle forward to whatever business that you want to create. The next one is be a present parent. So it could be phone off from 6 to 8 p.m. for family time. Fall in love with the process and the results will come anyways. Okay. It's like with me, like I've learned to love the process so much that everything is fun. Like this right now is really fun. Like I love giving value. I love talking about mindset because this stuff, all this stuff changed my life. And now I get to help others to change theirs. Okay. So learning to love the process and learning like what do I really love? And you can't do it overnight. Okay. But you can make small changes to every single day to live a better reality. Okay. Like when I left school, I couldn't read. I could barely read. I couldn't spell. Uh, no qualifications, but I had to figure it out. And then all I did was every day aim for the 1% better each and every day. Did my courses, and then eventually became a personal trainer. And slowly from there, had my setback. So I think I mentioned a few calls back. Took me 3 years to get my first client. My mentor at the time said, Johnny, like I don't think this is for you. Um, Stuff like that, right? But if you really want something, make the goal, make the vision, and then 1% better each and every day. And it isn't easy. Like I used to cry myself to sleep at night and all that type of stuff. But as long as you like don't give up, you will get there in the end. So, the power of the RAS, the reticular activation system, your brain's filters, okay? Really cool stuff. So, and I love this photo of the hands. So, you have your life events, and then you have your VACOG, which is like, your smell, taste, hearing, the feelings we get. So that's like kinesthetic um, and audio, what we hear. And usually, like, we're more entwined than others. Like with me, I'm like a dog. So, like audio, you always see me like moving my head around and stuff. Um, and we have one sense is stronger than the others. So, anyways, it goes through our brain, and then we have a filtering system, and then we have our internal representation of the situation, okay? And then that affects our state and the mood. But we can actually change these filters. And how do we change them? With the change cycle that I mentioned before, all the way up here. So if we change any of these three, six, sorry, long day, these six, then we're able to change it all. And then we have clear vision, um, and we can really see what's going on. So yeah, and so how do we do this? How do we do this all? So just like before, just a recap. So you want to have a vision, goals, systems, environments, language, stories, beliefs, identity, um, and some journaling. Like, what story about myself am I ready to let go of? What beliefs is no longer serving me? What's one identity change I can make today? What is the identity of the person who already has what I want? That's a yeah, that's a good one. It's a good one. All right. So that one's really powerful. Like, what does your future self have? And what's one trait that I can take from them now? Cool. So you don't need more willpower, you need the right system. There needs to be something else, just a truer version of yourself. You already have what it takes. It's time to act like it.